Over the years, several companies have tried to improve the storage capabilities of our touring baggers. These hard bags are simply an open shell, which is great for large items like your gloves, your boots, your jackets, hats. But they all struggle with organizing the smaller items like your glasses, your keys, tools, registration, things like that. There have been many companies who have tried to take a different approach to this, from pouches that are attached to the side of the wall to things like this, the top shelf, which is the junk drawer for your saddlebag. Well, that's what it is for me anyway. So today we're going to look at another company's approach to this issue. Let's get into it. All right, so the product we're looking at today is a product called the Tactipig by a company called Motak. And Motak's solution to the issue is to replace your tether in your saddlebag, which is the fabric that's attached to your bag itself and the lid, with this moly system here. And this is made of a double layered Cordura nylon, Cordura. And on the tether itself, you have these Velcro strips here, and they all have loops here. For those of you that are familiar with the moly system, you can attach different little bags, or maybe a flashlight, or even your gun holster. Whatever you may need, if it's using the moly system, odds are you can use it with this. The only limitation is that the factory recommends a limit of only 2 pounds on the tether itself, so keep that in mind. The model that I have here in front of you is the XL version. You can also get this in the standard, and what you get with the XL version is the extra layer of moly here that uses some adhesive and this Velcro here to attach to the inside of your saddlebag. And when we do the install, we'll get into that a little bit more. So the other cool feature that I thought was this secret pouch here, where you can put your registration or maybe a spare key or anything else like that. Anybody who happens to get into your bag, it's probably easily overlooked, this little pouch here, because it is discreet, unless of course they watch this video, and to that I will apologize in advance. So what you get in the bag is exactly that. One for each side. You get the accompanying Torx little screwdriver here. You may get 2 depending on the year of your motorcycle. You get detailed instructions, some alcohol swabs for those of you getting the XL version to clean the inside of your saddlebag when you attach this Velcro piece to the inside of the bag itself. And in case you lose the instructions, they have this card here with a QR code where you can pull up the instructions directly. So again, a pretty neat way to attack the problem, and it was enough to intrigue me. So let's jump into the install and see how it turns out. All right, guys, I hope this is a good view for you here. Following the instructions, the first thing they tell you is to kind of hold the saddlebag lid. So there's some flex here, so when you take the tether off, it doesn't just put all the weight on one side. You're going to use the T15 that they gave you. In my case, I have a 21 Road King Special. If you have an older model, I believe it comes with 2 of these Torx screwdrivers. First thing you're going to do is remove the bottom 2. Pretty straightforward. The next thing you're going to do, there's a little support bar that's inside here. You're going to slide it out, and this is going to be reused in the Motak version. And it's going to go, if you have the XL, it's going to go right here. You can see they have 2 small holes here already for the screws. And it's just going to slide in the way it slid out. So now the support bar is in there, and you're just going to try to line up the holes with the holes of the new tether. So I've got that in there, and now it's the same thing for the top. And there you have it. Same thing. Take the support bar out of the top. And you can put the old tether aside. And you're going to slide it into the new one. And line up the holes. Now you just put it back in. Alright guys, just a real quick thing on the screws themselves. My saddlebags came with two different kinds. I have these long threaded ones here with this thread that's pretty close together with a little red Loctite. And I have these shorter ones that are a little wider. These wider ones, the shorter screws, came from the lid. These longer ones with the thin thread came from the bag itself. So I'm going to start with the bottom, and I'm going to just guide the screws through the tether and the inside support bracket. And when the screw passes through the bag, there's a metal bracket on the outside here. It's part of this whole hinge here. So you really don't want the bag just dangling wide open. You want to kind of keep it here so there's no pressure on the lid itself. And you just want to screw these in about halfway. So I'm just going to get them both started for now. All right, and that's it for that side for now. Like I said, I don't have it screwed in all the way. You do have to push it in a little till you feel it catch on the metal bracket that's on the outside. So now we'll do the same thing with the top side. Line up those holes. I'm going to screw them in to these two holes on the lid. And there you have it. Then you're going to torque these down. I'll give you the torque specs in a second here. If you get the XL, again, this is where you would clean the inside of your saddlebag lid before you pull this and stick it to the wall. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to do that because I have replacement bags coming. So just keep that in mind. Don't mind me with this screw here. I guess while I was at Harley, whoever was working on it must have lost the original screw. But I'll take care of that when I switch saddlebags here. All right, and there you have it. Again, if you're going to torque them down the specs, it's 20 to 23 inch-pounds on the lid and 16 to 20 inch-pounds on the bag itself. You let these things sit overnight. It'll help the tether stretch out and have a, I guess, learn where it's going to fold and stuff like that. So that's what they recommend. And then you can go out and buy things like this. This is a little moly bag that I purchased on Amazon. I can leave the link down below. It actually came in a 2-pack, and it has the system here where I can strap it through these loops here, or if I wanted to, right here, and put my wallet, my sunglasses, whatever in there. You know, additional strap things right here. Put my registration in there if I wanted to. It's just makes this whole tethering system, gives it another purpose, and gives you the freedom to just do whatever you want. So I'm going to let it sit open overnight, and then I'll just be using it as time goes on, and we can touch base on this at a future date. But I'll show you guys what it looks like with everything in it and stuff like that. And, you know, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a clever idea to hold, you know, smaller items that you don't want to get lost in the bag. So, yeah, I think right now we're just going to let it sit and give it a little time, and I'll let you know my thoughts. All right, guys, just wanted to wrap this video up here. I've had the Motak Tactipigs on for about a day or two, and just to show you guys, everything's been, you know, fine. I've had no problems with the strap itself. And got my little Amazon moldy bags on here. And I've got a little flashlight, sunglass cleaner, lighter, some tools for the Memphis shades in case I ever need to adjust that. And again, you know, you can actually purchase a bunch of pouches from Motak directly as well for your sunglasses, or just, you know, utility pouches. A lot of good possibilities here with these things. No problem closing. Let's go to the other side here. This is where I have my rain gear. Same thing, you know, I've got all my rain gear in here, no problem there. See it closed just fine. And, you know, I got a spare pair of goggles in here, so it'll take, you know, a little bit to figure out, you know, the best setup for myself, but, you know, as you guys can see, I think it's a great addition to the bike. With that being said, I do hope you guys like this video, and if you do, please hit the like and subscribe. It helps us out. As always, we've got another video coming right around the corner. I appreciate you guys taking the time to stop by and watching them, and I'll catch you on the next one.